Alright, so today I'm back with yet another chapter review, and today we will go over chapter 263, which is going to be something really special, as we will follow Kaiser while he's starting to fully rebuild himself. He even, for the first time in this match, passes someone else than Ness, which comes as a real shock. But not to mention, another player is finally starting to come into the spotlight, which is something that you definitely don't want to miss, so be sure to stick till the end because you don't want to miss it. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking, and let's get right into the chapter. However, before that, I have something important to ask you guys. I'm trying to hit 45,000 subscribers before summer, and there's 83% of people who watch my video who haven't subscribed yet. So if you could fix that by going down and subscribing to the channel, that would be awesome. And while you're already down there, you can always leave a like and a comment, and with that out of the way, let's finally get into it. Alright, so to start off chapter 263, the text at the top says, Kaiser throws away his pride and begins to forge a new ego. As Isagi goes for his second goal, he senses an ominous aura emanating from Kaiser. And then we see Isagi, who still has his eyes looking at Kaiser. He has a bit of a shocked facial expression as he says that Kaiser's movements changed all of a sudden, and then we see Kaiser, who is looking insane as he's hunting for Isagi. Suddenly, Corona, who is next to Isagi, tells him to speed it up. He tells Isagi to keep on attacking and for them to combo. Isagi is on board with the plan, but suddenly someone says, right now, and a hand comes across Isagi's face. It's Karasu who manages to get his hand around Isagi's body, making it harder for him to move. Karasu tells Isagi that right now he is the game's protagonist. He continues and says that if they let Isagi get in range, then he will hit them with his crazy shot again. But Karasu is here to stop that from happening, as he is set on crushing Isagi before he gets that chance. However, Isagi is so cold, so he doesn't even care for Karasu, as he tells him that he would like to see him try and calls him a baby crow, which goes so incredibly hard. Isagi thinks that he saw PXG shifting all of their defensive focus towards him from a mile away. Even though Karasu has him on lockdown, he still manages to get off a pass to Corona, or Planet as he calls him. Corona gets the ball and starts to just say ad-libs for no reason, which I think was quite funny. He says interlock connect as he passes the ball away. It looks like the ball is heading for Isagi, but he jumps over it in the last second and lets the ball continue its path. After that, Isagi tells Hiyori to show him the best production that he can come up with. The ball is going closer to Hiyori, and his facial expression totally changes as he's ecstatic that he gets to play with both Corona and Isagi, who both have such great ideas. However, just as the ball is supposed to meet up with Hiyori, something unexpected happens, as instead of Hiyori getting the ball, Kaiser comes in his way, blocks off the pass, and grabs it himself. Kaiser now has the ball and is looking cooler than ever, and he also has flower leaves flowing behind him. Isagi is watching from afar and is frustrated. Isagi says that, as he suspected, Kaiser changed his attaching patterns, and instead of being overly fixated on Isagi and forcibly pressing him, he's instead scanning the entire field and predicting their combination attacks, calling it a calm meta-press. After that, we see Raichi, who's super pissed that Kaiser once again stole the ball from his teammate, but then we have Ness over here, who's praising Kaiser over and over again and telling him to try again. We see Kaiser looking over and then passing the ball. However, the pass isn't to Ness this time, but surprisingly to Raichi, who's just as shocked as we are. After that, Kaiser starts sprinting on the pitch all that he can. While Raichi is confused and wonders what the hell it is that Kaiser is planning, we also see Ness, who honestly looks crushed that Kaiser didn't pass to him. It definitely destroyed his heart. But Kaiser says that if he's going to climb even higher, then he has to discard everything that defines who he currently is. He needs to get rid of all of it to then reset himself to when he was a simple nobody and to the time when all he wanted was to live, back to when he was just zero. After that, we see Kaiser, who tells Reichi to please pass him. Reichi puts a smug face on himself as he passes. Reichi says that it looks like Kaiser has some redeeming qualities after all, and screams at him to score with his assist. Igarashi on the bench wonders why the hell Reichi is passing Kaiser, but personally, I don't think you get a say if you're not even good enough to play in the game. After that, we get into Isagi's brain as he thinks that now that he's currently the game's protagonist, their best option is to attack through Kaiser since he doesn't need Isagi to score, which annoys him. But after that, we see that he gets all fired up as he looks really menacing and says that he can't believe that Kaiser would actually throw away his pride, still calling him a shitty clown. But suddenly, another one enters the picture, and it's Rin who comes and tells Kaiser that he was too forceful, telling him that it's over as he gracefully steals the ball from Kaiser, who falls to the ground. Raichi is furious and asks Kaiser how he dares to waste his beautiful assist and screams at him to get up and get back on it. Kaiser takes his around his mouth and says that it's getting interesting, explaining that this isn't some simple impulsive train of thought, but that this only occurs to those greedy enough to achieve even further success. He calls it the turning point of one's identity, while simultaneously being destroyed and rebuilt. He says that while chasing after Rin. However, he continues and says that he shouldn't waste his energy playing defensively, and instead keep searching for ways that will spur him to greater heights, admitting that the reason that he is able to get into this mindset is because of ISAGI and the hardship that he gave Kaiser. After that, we see that Raichi and Corona teamed up to take the ball from Rin. Karasu is watching from the sidelines, wondering what is going on, saying that on top of Shiodu getting shut down and ISAGI suddenly evolving exponentially, even Kaiser's beginning to move unpredictably, and ending it by saying that he can't manage to get a read on the team. After that, we get into Hiyori's brain as he thinks that a formation where ISAGI operates as the main striker and his two-gun volley forms the base of their attacks, while simultaneously allowing Kaiser the freedom to score goals by himself as the second striker. Hiyori gets big eyes as he calls it awesome, continuing by saying that now that Kaiser isn't solely passing to Ness, their opponents are having a more challenging time tracking his movements. On top of that, with ISAGI's two-gun volley and Kaiser's Kaiser impact, they have two different nuclear weapons that they can destroy them with, saying that the destruction those two create individually is finally starting to resonate with each other. After that, we get this amazing panel with ISAGI and Kaiser being almost side by side, and ISAGI getting the ball from a pass by Corona. After that, we can see everyone's reaction to this, and Noah has a stone face as always. However, the text says that despite all the expectations and chaos, only one was calm, quiet, and yet still fired up. It's none other than the mysterious player Kiora Jin, who's patiently waiting for his moment to strike as he's starting to define the borderline moment to mark his impact on the game. We then see his eyes, which are looking more determined than ever. The text at the bottom says, as the game becomes even more turbulent, a silent figure waits in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And the next chapter is going to be called Dead, 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 or Life. I don't know why it was necessary to have 3 dead in it, but we will just have to wait and see. Now I just have to say it, as I'm so happy that they are finally introducing Kiora into the mix. I've been dying to see him ever since he came onto the pitch, and from his build-up, it sounds like he will play a major role in the next attack. Hopefully, he can score, but I don't seriously believe that. I definitely see him helping Kaiser in some way, but what do you think his role is going to be? I was extremely shocked to see Kaiser passing Raichi, but I'm glad that he did, as it's like he said himself. He has to rebuild himself and throw everything away to become a better player. However, I do feel bad for Ness, but I'm sure that he will be added to the attacking squad soon. And I'm going to be honest, Kaiser is starting to become so cool in these later chapters. He's rebuilding himself all from scratch, and it's just so cool to follow him while he is doing that. I can't wait for him to score his game. Anyway, yeah, this is just my thoughts on it, and please leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments, as I love reading them. If you like Blue Lock and videos like this, then I would highly suggest you subscribe to this channel, and while you are at it, leave a comment and a like, as it helps out with the algorithm a ton. And if you are curious to see another video of mine, then please watch the video that will be popping up on the screen now. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.